Hello everybody, I just wanted to make another video to kind of help everybody out with switches. So unfortunately, we can all use the same link on Amazon but receive different things, and unfortunately that's not something we can really control. I've had the same trouble in the past when I taught at the elementary school, and I was hoping for these. I ordered 3 kits all at the same time, and I got 2 with these type of switches and 2 that didn't have that type of switch. Now, what I want you to be aware of is a switch, like we taught the children in the first session. A switch is just anything that completes the circuit. So the switch is either open or closed with a switch. And that was a concept that we taught in the first lesson. So for example, my circuit is open right now. Okay, so this actually, just the simple removal or the popping out of the battery is going to, make the circuit incomplete. It would be open and it wouldn't work. So that actually operates like a switch. You could, if you do have this lever, it's super easy. Open, closed, all right? Close switch, complete circuit, and our motor will work. If you are feeling advantageous and you want to wire in the switch, the way that it would work is just like this. You'd have your battery pack here. You'd wire to one end of the switch here. Like I said in my first video, I do caution, do not shield the wire until you're sure this works. You would connect the other wire right here to the switch. The wire extends to the motor, comes around here, and makes a complete path. Mine's not completed for demonstration, but would make a complete path right here. And this would be your circuit with a wired-in switch. Now, I'll caution on this with a couple things. There's a lot of opportunity when you do this for a loose connection. You'll have a loose connection here. You can have the potential for loose connection here when you splice these wires, and loose connections right here. Especially when you're bending the wire to fit around your car, you may find that this doesn't work. Another disadvantage of wiring in the switch is the extensive amount of wire that you're going to have to wrap around the toilet paper roll. So you may want to consider a larger surface, something with a little bit more surface area. I do find it easier to simply wire in the motor and just keep it super simple, just like this. Okay, so you would wire your red and your black wire to the end of the motor, and this also is a complete path. Now, we talked about our circle or our racetrack, and what the children need to do is they need to trace their circuit and make sure they have 3 things on that circuit: their battery, their wire, and the load. All right, and in this example as well, you would have the battery, the wire, and the load. The load in this scenario is the motor. In the simulator that we used online, it was our light bulb. So in both of these setups, you do have all 3 things. This one here is a little bit more complicated, and I do find a lot of disadvantages to using this one. But for those of you that would like to complete this circuit, this is how you would do it. I do find that there's a little bit less wire, a little bit less weight, and a little bit less complication when you wire your motor up simply like this. Let me get this one out of the way. Simply like this. Now just keep in mind that if you have both batteries in and you do not have this lever battery pack, obviously the motor is going to spin. So the second you set down the car, it's going to move. So what I would do in my class when I taught in the elementary school is I would give the kids the battery just like this, but the battery pack just like this, and I would hold the second battery to complete that circuit until they had the car exactly where they wanted on the racetrack or the starting line, whatever they chose. And then I would complete the circuit, put the battery in, and we would watch the car take off from there. So hopefully these 2 options being displayed in a live demonstration gives you a little bit less frustration at home. I am still available for any questions that you may have. Make sure we're checking all 3 tabs of the OutSchool. There's one for classroom, it says teacher, and then parents. OutSchool's had a little bit of some issues with not giving the teachers notifications when you when you email. And I think the same is for the parents too. So when I'm posting on the classroom wall, make sure we're checking all three of those things, because I do try to keep everybody interacting in the week between classes. I am available for any questions, and I do hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Thanks.